he's getting it now.
Welcome to Heavy Metal Customs. Today we've got the 1958 Chevrolet Biscayne that we call Peggy Sue in here, and we're going to be doing a little more work to her. If you would like to see a lot on this, go back through the videos, because we done electrical and we done a lot of stuff to this car in the past. But right now what the issue is, he put some aftermarket tubular A-frames on this, and of course the suspension was terrible because it had the wrong springs. I put the correct springs in it, so now the suspension's correct. But the problem is these aftermarket A-frames will not line up, just cannot get enough camber out of them. So what the owner decided is he wants to put the original A-frames back in. So that's what we're into. What we're going to do is take the original A-frames, clean them up, and put new bushings and ball joints and stuff in it, and get them all nicely painted and looking real slick, and putting it on here. That way you can get it lined up properly. It'll drive right, steer right, you know, the ride will be like it's supposed to be, factory style, and it won't wear out tires. Very important aspects there. But let me show you where I'm at on this project, and we'll just dig into it. Well, as you can see, we got the original A-frames sitting here. He's already wire brushed them and cleaned them up pretty good. We're going to do a little more cleanup on them when the time comes. Get some primer on them. Then he's got this Eastwood Extreme chassis black, gloss black paint. We're going to do them in that. Now he's bought new ball joints, new bushings. We got all new hardware, all new bump stops. I mean, you name it, if we need it, he's went ahead and bought it, so we won't have to be waiting on parts. That's always a good thing. But what I'm going to do is get into this, dig into this better, bring y'all in here a little more. Now I've already taken the ball joints out of here. Man, this is the easiest ball joint I've ever done. You got a bolt, and then a big nut on top, and they just come right out. That's cool. That's for the bottoms. For the tops, they're the basic 3-spot. He already had one out. The other one, I just took the grinder and grind the studs off of it. And I still got to get that bad boy beat out of there. Yeah, that's going to be a pain in the butt, but we'll get it done. I mean, it's one of those things, guys. It is what it is. This is the kind of job that's always tough to do and not easy. But we're going to dig into it and see what we can accomplish and get this thing going in the correct path. All right, got all the bushings installed, and got a coat of gray primer on there, and then some of that black paint that he brought. We'll do touch-up black paint after we get them installed. Yeah, you notice I haven't put the ball joints in yet. Wanted to get all that area painted, then put the ball joints in once the paint's dry. Sorry I didn't show y'all how I did them, but very simply, guys, I took the torch, and as you can see, the bushing there, and the melted rubbers. I just melted the rubber out, took me a pair of needle nose, pulled the rubbers out, then took the torch and just sliced the bushings, and then they just come right out. Maybe tap them with their chisel a couple times. It's done. So I mean, time consuming, yeah, but better than sitting there with a hammer and trying to, and a chisel and all this stuff, trying to get them out. As far as putting them back in, no, I didn't use a press. I used a big socket and a hammer. They're not that hard, but once you get it all apart, I've done put it up. But anyway, I have my Dremel with the little round sander on it, and I just clean up all the holes and stuff, and of course clean up the turnbuckles and everything, grease everything, she goes right back together, no stress. But we got that accomplished. So now, grab my stand, we're headed to the car. Well, if I can get there from here. Alright, as you see, I have the car jacked up and got it on the stands. And I'm going to start over here on the passenger side. Yeah, getting to use that new Harbor Freight 1/2 inch gun. Yeah, I ripped them lug nuts off like nothing. But we're going to go ahead and disassemble this. Guys, I'm not going to really record a whole lot of this. If y'all want to see how this all disassembles, then go back to the video where I've done the coil springs in this car. It'll show you everything. But I will crank the camera back up once I get the spindle and the coil spring and everything out of the way and show you how the A-arms themselves come off and go back on. Alright, got this side all taken apart. Sorry I didn't get the camera over here in time. But I'm going to tell you real basically how they come off of here. Okay, you got the upper A-frame that sits here, correct? Bolt here, nuts on the back of it. Take them two nuts off. Take his bolts, slide them out some, because on this one, the A-frame hits the header. And then just slide the A-frame forward and come out through the top. That's how you get the upper. Now the bottom, you have a bolt back here. Y'all can see that. You got to get that from the top, but you can get it with a long extension. And then, right here, well, I can't feel it, right there. There's two bolts that go up through here. So yeah, not rocket science putting that thing together, that's for sure. But yeah, let's go ahead and get our ball joints in. That's what we need to do next so we can get set up. And we need I believe a rubber bumper goes here, if I'm not mistaken. Let's check. Alright, on these A-frames, rubber bumpers here and here, but our factory ones do not have that option. No, they do not. There's no place for rubber bumper. So I'm thinking, the way this one's made, it just pops in that hole. Let me go see right quick. Yes, I believe it does. I believe this fits right down in there. I'm going to have to put some slickum on there and fight that thing to get it in there. But that's where that goes. Alright, let me get that popped in right quick. And we'll run over here and we'll get these ball joints installed. Alright guys, alright. The rubber stopper, put a little grease on it, put it on that hole, popped it with a hammer, snapped right in. No problem. Now, ball joints. The top A-frames, super easy. 3 bolts and nuts, tied it up, you're ready to rock. We're used to that. We say the original ones are riveted on. What I do is just take a torch, whack them rivets off, pow, 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 and most of the time it comes right apart. But putting them back together is easy. Here's the bottom A-frames. Let me show you this. This one you don't see a lot. How many plastic bags do you have to put everything in? Huh. And as I say, it comes with all your hardware and whatnot, but he did buy new grade 8 hardware. So if them will fit, we're going to use them. But check this out, guys. This is the ball joint. What you do, take his nut off the top. Well, if it come off, of course you got your locking washer here. okay, it just sits in there. I mean, literally, just sits in there. Take your nut and the locking washer that you just took off. Put it back on that top. Well, what's that being so difficult? There we go. Oh, I'm going to have to use the hardware that came with it. These are a little too short. He had long ones here, and that worked out good. But yeah, these are too short. I wonder if he wanted me to use them here and these long ones over there. Let's try that. See if one of these long ones will work over here. Yes. And basically how you do the lower ones. Big nut there, bolt, and you're done. Alright, let me swap out some of this hardware here. We'll get all this tightened up, then we'll go back to the car and install. And bam, there you go. All finished, all together. Yeah, mainframe's looking nice down in there. But yeah, that'll wrap up that job. I mean, it was hard enough, but hey, we got it taken care of. And he could take this thing and get a proper alignment on it now. And I think he said he has some other tires for it. I'm not sure. But at least she'll be riding and driving correctly. And all the geometry will be right. And that is a big deal. Well, cool. Glad to have this knocked out for him. Well, guys, there you have it. A-frame's done on the 58 Peggy Sue car. And glad we could do it. Appreciate the work. That is a fact. Well, guys, I appreciate you watching. Yeah, I know I'm rushing a little bit. Just started sprinkling out here. But I do appreciate you watching. Hopefully you enjoyed the video. Look for more on the 58 in the future. And look for other cars as well that we're currently working on. If you would, throw me down some comments. If you're able, hit us up on Patreon. And please like, share, and subscribe. Again, appreciate it much. Until the next one, we hope that everyone has a fantastic day.